Yo, what's up, it's BullKickPointXX here, and welcome to like the 6th time I've tried to record this video because everything keeps fucking up. But anyway, today I'm doing another pitch meeting. You guys seem to like these, so I'm going to continue doing them for as long as I can. I actually don't know how long I'm going to be able to continue doing these because I feel like most of the pitch meetings. I'm just sort of doing the ones that I haven't seen, so anyway, so today we're doing the Dark Knight trilogy, which I'm sure I put trilogy in the title this time, because last time I did a trilogy one, but only put the name of the first one in. It kind of didn't go well. Well, then again, I was barely going to call it Batman Begins pitch meeting. That would have been stupid. But the last one, with the Spider-Man one, I just said Spider-Man and used the first video's thumbnail as the fucking teaser for it, and everyone in the comments was just saying, well, 2 people in the comments, because and to be fair, that was the whole comment section, said, oh, 32-minute review, even though it was a reaction, to a 5-minute video. I swear to God. People need to watch the video before they comment. But anyway, yeah. We're starting off with Batman Begins, then we're going Dark Knight, then we're going Dark Knight Rises. If you want to know my opinions on I'll give my opinions about these anyway, but if you want to know my opinions before watching this for some fucking reason, then go watch my Batman tier list plus, then you'll get my opinions on the other Batman movies. And there might be a link at the end of this video in the end card. It really depends on whether or not I remember, but anyway, let's get into this.
So, you have a Batman movie for me? Yes, sir, I do.
I don't know what it is, but those glasses make his eyes look like the fucking eyes always do in the thumbnails. I don't know what that's about.
Amazing. George Clooney's gonna be really excited to make another one.
You know what? I actually kind of do wish George Clooney had to come back, because I feel like with the right director and with the right... Fuck, my bandana is crooked. With the right director and the right script, I feel like George Clooney could have been a great Batman. Like, fuck me. You could hire George Clooney to be Batman now, and he'd probably kill it. Like, he is the perfect person to play Batman. Like, if you want to do a Dark Knight Returns film, George Clooney would be the guy I'd go with. I mean, technically they already did that with Batman v Superman, but a good Dark Knight Returns film that's not animated.
Oh,
to be fair, I haven't actually seen the animated one, so I can't really say much.
No.
What's wrong with George Clooney?
You don't want a Batman and Robin sequel? No,
Okay, see, that I don't want. I wonder if Batman and Triumphant would have been good. I know some people call it Batman Unchained, but from what I've heard, Triumphant was the final title and Unchained was the working title. Well, Triumphant was the most final title that there was. Yeah, Triumphant's a better title anyway. I wonder if that would have been good. I mean, it probably wouldn't have. Forever and Batman and Robin both sucked, so...
I was thinking we could do Batman's origin story, but dark and gritty. It's a guy that dresses up like a bat to fight crime, though. It's not really the kind of thing we can make dark and gritty.
I mean, you can make... I mean, if Sony could manage to make Spider-Man dark and gritty, not that it was good, then I'm pretty sure you can make it work with Batman, and the fuck, they did make it work with Batman. But also, I want to point something out. Batman, people talk about how Batman's origin story has been told way too many times. And to be fair, the Death of the Waynes has been shown way too many times. Let's see, it's in Batman '89. I'm pretty sure it's in one of the fucking, oh my god, what was the dude's name who directed Batman Forever and Batman and Robin? Joel Schumacher. It was in one of the Schumacher films. I forget which one it was. I think it was Forever. There was some kind of reference to it. It was in Begins. It was in fucking Gotham. It was in Joker. It was in Batman v Superman. It was been in so many different things. But Batman's actual origin story, like the one of how he becomes Batman, has only ever been told in one live action film, and that was Batman Begins. Obviously, it's been told in fucking Batman Year One. As well, the animated movie. But in a live-action movie, we've only ever seen his origin story, like a full, proper, like how he becomes Batman origin story, once. So, that's something that I actually quite like to see with the DCEU. Like, maybe if Ben Affleck does end up coming back... Sorry, my bandana's really annoying me. Like, maybe if Ben Affleck does end up coming back like, full-time, then... I don't know, maybe that could be a thing they could do. I don't know. Again, he's been Batman for like 20 years, and the aging effects aren't good enough for a whole movie, at least, especially for the main character, so... Then again, Captain Marvel kind of made it work, I don't know.
Of course we can. How so? Well, for starters, by casting a very serious British actor with a temper. Oh yeah, that is a good start. Yeah. So anyway, at the beginning of the movie, we're gonna have a young Bruce Wayne fall into a well and get traumatized by bats. Oh no. Yeah, he's gonna have nightmares and his...
He always falls into a well, doesn't he? Like, is that an actual thing in the Batman Year One comic? I've never read Batman Year One. I've never even seen the animated movie.
Dad's gonna be like, oh man, it's the bats again, isn't it? Oh, poor little Bruce. Yeah, so then his parents bring him to an opera with just a bunch of bats in it. Wow, that is pretty inconsiderate. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people don't think about that. Like, this version of Bruce's, this version of Thomas Wayne is considered to be like the nicer version of Thomas Wayne, yet he does do that.
So then he asks if they can leave, and both his parents get shot in the alley. Oh my god. So as you can imagine, Bruce grows up with fear being a big part of his life. The fear of guys in alleys with guns? No, the fear of bats. Oh, I kind of thought that watching someone murder his parents in an alley would trump the bat thing, but okay. No?
Nah. I mean, yeah, but nah. I mean, yeah, because that's why he becomes Batman, but bats also have a serious thing to do with it. I don't fucking know.
No, the tiny flying mammals are what spooked him the most. Well, okay then.
Bats are kind of freaky, though, when you think about it. I mean, it's the faces of bats that fuck with me.
So then a bunch of years later, this guy Ducard
seen those things? Jesus Christ.
Wants to recruit him into the League of Shadows so he can be a ninja. Ninjas? Are you sure this is a dark and gritty film? Yeah, no, they're like serious ninjas, if you say so.
I mean... Fucking the Marvel Netflix thing tried to make ninjas dark and gritty, and that kind of worked with the hands and everything. Well, and even in Iron Fist it kind of worked decently well. And even though that show sucked, and in Defenders it worked well, but in Daredevil Season 2, I was just like, get these guys off the screen.
So then Bruce and Ducard kind of...
I could do a whole video on the Marvel Netflix thing. I probably will once I'm actually finished watching them. I'm on Punisher right now, so...
skate around on an ice rink and play hide and seek together. Oh, and so then Bruce is a ninja? Almost, but first Ducard is like, hey, execute this criminal real quick. Oh, these are some serious ninjas. I know, right? But then...
Very serious ninjas.
Bruce is gonna say, I'm not gonna be an executioner, you doofus. Get out of here with that nonsense. So what does he do? Well, instead of killing the guy, he, makes the entire building explode. Oh my god, what?
Yes, is this Ben Affleck's Batman, or...
Yeah, he just blows the entire place to hell. But what if people die? Oh, they do die. Oh, they do? Yeah, the leader, Ra's al Ghul, dies, and a bunch of other guys...
Ha! That's what nobody thought. I mean, I thought it because I didn't know who Ra's al Ghul was, but anyone who got a look... fucking Liam Neeson was like, oh, so you're Ra's al Ghul, because he actually looked like Ra's al Ghul.
Get ragdolled around. A lot of ninjas die. So what the hell was that thing about not being an executioner? He just killed a bunch of people. No, he didn't kill them. The explosion did. I guess.
Fucking Christian Bale Batman uses that excuse a lot. The whole, I didn't kill him, the Thing killed him. Wait, no, not the Thing, like the Marvel character, like you know what I mean. But yeah, like, he uses that excuse a lot.
Guess that makes sense. Anyway, so then he's gonna...
It doesn't. I was like if Ben Affleck's Batman said, I didn't kill people, the Batmobile did.
Save Ducard from falling off a cliff and head back to Gotham. Wow, so he's like a rogue ninja? Yeah, basically, and he hates crime. And what does he do in Gotham? Well, he's gonna embrace his fear and become Batman. Oh, okay, I guess it's good that his childhood fear wasn't the alleyway murderer guy. Yeah.
Then he would have become Alleyway Murderer Man.
Or instead of Batman, he would have been Alleyway Murder Man. Definitely.
I promise I have not seen these before. God damn it! Great, now everyone's gonna think I've seen these before. I mean, I have, but it was like ages and ages ago, but... Oh, God.
Definitely less cool. So he's gonna go see this guy.
Less debatable.
Fox that works at Wayne Enterprises. Okay. And it turns out that Fox has a bunch of cool superhero gadgets lying around that he's been working on because of reasons. That's very convenient for his plan of becoming a superhero.
Very convenient.
Yeah, so Bruce is gonna get a cool costume and a bunch of gadgets. Oh yeah? Yeah, he's gonna get some cool explosive things. And what does he use those for? He's gonna throw them at some cops that are chasing him and make their car flip. What? That could have easily killed them. Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's not gonna. Right, but he couldn't have known that. If a car flips, there's a good chance that someone could die. But nobody's gonna be killed, so it's okay. Okay, man. Batman's also gonna become...
Bale wasn't much better than Affleck in the end, was he? I'm joking, obviously. Like, the Dark Knight films are fucking way better than the Ben Affleck shit.
I'm friends with this cop, Jim Gordon. Okay. And they're gonna have these little chats together throughout the movie. Oh, they are? Yeah, like Gordon's gonna put out the trash at home and Batman is just waiting outside for him. Wait, so Bruce was just hanging out outside waiting? Yeah, I guess so.
That's kind of creepy, isn't it?
What if the trash hadn't been full that night? Well, maybe he knew that their garbage was gonna be full that night, you know? He is the world's greatest detective. But that would mean...
Maybe he used the detective mode from the Arkham games. Turns out I'll just see... I mean, actually, I joke about that, but I think he literally did use that in Batman Begins, didn't he?
He's been keeping tabs on how full their garbage can is, like on a daily basis. I guess so. What if Gordon's wife had put out the trash? Well, he must have known that Jim's the one to put out the trash. Wow, Batman must have spent a lot of time watching over their trash.
Now he's going to talk to his wife. He would have said, "Is Jim in? Give me Jim." Come on, that's exactly what Christian Bale sounded like in the Batman suit.
Trash habits. Yeah, must have. Anyway, he's also gonna do this thing where he disappears mid-conversation. Why would he do that? Because it's mysterious. It's rude and inconsiderate. But also...
And he does it in almost every incarnation he has. He does it in that. He does it in Batman Arkham Origins. He fucking does it in Justice League, along with basically all of the Justice League.
Mysterious. Yeah, I guess. And we're gonna have Bruce reconnect with his childhood crush, Rachel. Oh, we are? Yeah, and they're gonna reminisce about how they always used to steal condensed milk from Alfred. Condensed milk? Yeah. Can we maybe change that to candy or something? No, you remember when you were a kid and you'd always be like, Mother, could I please have some sweet, sweet condensed milk?
I never even thought about that. What the fuck is condensed milk?
And she'd be all like, not until you've brushed Mother's hair, not until you've brushed it well. Oh, I think you might have had a weird childhood. Oh, did I? Dang it, that explains some stuff. Anyway, what are the other...
What the fuck is condensed milk? I've never heard that term before in my life.
Your characters in the movie. Well, there's this guy, Jonathan Crane, aka Scarecrow. Oh, yeah? Yeah, and he has this fear gas that makes it go crazy and super scared of stuff. Wow.
You know what? Like, I like Batman Begins, but I think Scarecrow was such an uninteresting villain. Like, he was very cliche. He was like your very cliche, like, insane scientist kind of guy. Like, I didn't find him very interesting. Maybe that's just with hindsight, because I've seen The Dark Knight and, you know, Joker, but yeah.
And Rachel is an attorney now, and she's getting real suspicious of him. Oh, so what does he do? He shows her that they've been dumping fear poison into Gotham's water supply for weeks. Why would he show her that? So we could see it. Oh, okay, gotcha. And we're gonna learn that this stuff gets activated.
Wait, why did he show her that? That doesn't make any sense.
When water evaporates.
Well, like, I suppose he was just gonna throw the shit on her, and most of the time people either die or get diagnosed with insanity whenever that happens,
So the plan is to use targeted microwaves to do that. Wait, but you said they've been dumping this stuff in the water for weeks. Yeah, pretty evil, right? I mean, yeah, but hasn't anyone boiled water or made tea or had a hot shower? I guess not, no, not in several weeks. Wow, people in Gotham...
Wow. That's... God damn it.
Must stink, probably. Very stinky citizens. We're also gonna...
Wow, that's a...
learn that Ducard was the real Ra's al Ghul the whole time. Oh, so not the one that Batman murdered? No, that was a fake one. Right. And he wants to take the big microwave on a train ride to Wayne Tower and vaporize all the water. Oh, well, that's not very nice. Nope, and some of the stuff is gonna...
I don't even know what to say about half the shit they're saying.
Get released and people are gonna get all scared and crazy. Oh, no. Yeah, and Rachel's gonna run into this kid that Batman had a moment with earlier on in the film. Oh, what are the odds of that? Well, what
very low.
are the odds of anything? I don't know.
That's very true.
Exactly.
What are the odds of the moment that the Waynes came out of the fucking theater? That would be the moment that dude fucking... Then again, there was a chance he was waiting there. But then again, if he was waiting there, then if everybody had come out, there would have been a lot of people. Okay.
I guess that's a satisfying answer. And then that Scarecrow guy is gonna pop out and attack them. Oh man, it's gonna be hard for Rachel and a child to take on a Batman villain. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, she's gonna be scared for a second, but then she's gonna, you know, tase him in the goddamn face. Oh my god. Yeah,
To be fair, like, Scarecrow would be one of the easier villains to take down. He's just a guy who uses the fucking fear toxin. Like, okay, two Batman villains use something with the word toxin at the end of it. There's fear toxin and there's Joker toxin. Why have I never... actually, I said I've never clicked onto that before, but I actually have clicked onto that before. I think it was one of the Arkham games that, like, happened.
He freaks out, his horse freaks out. His horse? Did I not mention he's on a horse? He's on a horse. Oh.
I'm on a horse, motherfucker.
Attacking people while on horseback is tight. Yeah, it is. So what happens next? Well, the plan is for Gordon to use the Batmobile to shoot down the train tracks and stop Ra's al Ghul from getting to Wayne Tower. Oh, sounds like a good plan. Yeah, and so then, you know, he does that. Oh, well, great. And so...
Something tells me the Batmobile, or the Tumbler, I guess, wouldn't have been it wouldn't be as easy to drive as the film makes it out to be, because that thing's pretty fucking big. Then again, like, they actually did make an actual drivable version of that thing. Like, 5, actually, I'm pretty sure, 4 or 5 of them, so...
Batman jumps onto the train to fight Ra's al Ghul. Wait, why isn't it over? I mean, the train's gonna crash. Well, he wants to fight him. Well, okay then. So then they're gonna fight a little bit, and Batman's gonna be like, I'm not gonna kill you, but I don't have to save you. Oh.
Precisely, he uses that fucking excuse again.
Okay. And so he jumps off the train and Ra's al Ghul dies. Pretty sure that's still manslaughter. Yeah, but it's not murder. No, not as much as the stuff he did earlier. So Batman's a good guy. If you say so. So what do you think of the dark and gritty Batman? Well, it sounds like a good idea, but I think we should balance out the darkness with some jokes here and there, you know? You think so? Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, I don't know why, I just have this bad feeling about going too dark with it. I mean, what could go wrong with that, though?
I mean, yeah, Batman vs Superman's pretty shit. Batman v Superman is... I mean, it's bad. But yeah, Batman Begins, like, despite all the shit that he brought up, Batman Begins is still a great film. Like, it's a fucking brilliant film. But, anyway, now on to the Dark Knight one, which is going to be interesting, because Dark Knight is one of my favourite films of all time, which you'll know if you watch my last video, so... Let's go see what they have to say about this, and what kind of jokes they can make out of this one.
So you have a Batman script for me? Yes, sir, I do. So what's new with Batman? Well, his growly...
Okay, the green screen on this one is a bit dodgy.
voice got a whole lot more growly since the first movie. Oh, he went through bat puberty? Yeah. So
probably. It makes sense. He went from this to this kind of thing.
What does he sound like now? He sounds like...
Why do you want to kill me?
What?
You garbage who kills for money.
I can't understand what you're...
Where's the trigger? Where is she?
saying?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Are you talking about hockey? I have no idea what's going on here.
You're gonna love me.
Please stop. Sorry, I got carried away.
That's a good impression.
That's okay, I get it. Growling is tight. It is. So what happens in the movie? Well, the bad
You used up one of your catchphrases already, bro.
guy in this movie is the Joker, so we're gonna open with him robbing a bank and escaping on a school bus that crashes through the wall. Not very subtle. Well, there's a line of...
The Joker isn't subtle. This guy knows nothing about the Joker. He walks about in clown makeup and a purple suit. What about the Joker has ever been subtle?
School buses passing in front of the bank, so he blends in with them. No one notices a school bus crashing into a bank and then driving out covered in dust and bricks. They do not. Well,
again, he's the Joker.
Okay then. Anyway, we're also gonna have Bruce go on a super long side quest to China to kidnap a guy. That sounds like international terrorism. Yeah, that. I imagine it's gonna be hard for him to come up with an alibi for why he disappears at the same time as Batman appears in China. Actually, super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh,
there's the other one. They've used them quickly on this one.
really? Yeah, he's just gonna very publicly take an entire Russian ballet troupe out to party on his boat and then take off from a plane on the water. Wait, what? He's gonna party with a bunch of ballerinas on a boat. It's gonna be in the papers and everything. What if the media interviews a ballerina and she's like, yeah, the trip was great, but Bruce randomly disappeared on a mysterious airplane halfway through? I don't know. Fair enough. Yeah. So tell me more about...
I mean, did everyone see that? I know I'm not talking a lot, but whatever. Did they actually see? I suppose they would have.
The Joker. He's awesome. He has a thing where he's like, you know, so lucky it's almost supernatural. What do you mean? Well, he comes up with these super intricate plans that completely depend on things he couldn't possibly predict going exactly the way that he predicted them. Do you have...
To be fair, that's kind of built up as a part of his character.
Some examples? Well, like he has a plan to get arrested but then escape by making a phone call that detonates a bomb that he planted in a prisoner's stomach, right? Okay. But that wouldn't have worked if he didn't have an officer in the interrogation room with him, or if he had been detained somewhere else, or if the prisoner had lifted up his shirt at any point. Oh yeah, that does sound super lucky. Right, so that kind of thing is gonna happen, you know, a lot. What kind of other stuff does the Joker do? Well, we're gonna have a scene where Joker and his goons take over a fundraiser for Harvey Dent. Okay. And Joker's gonna throw Rachel out of a super high window. Uh-oh.
Because he's nuts.
Yeah, and Batman's gonna jump out of the window and catch her, so they're both gonna fall. Wow, how hurt are they? Not at all. Oh, yeah, they land on a car, which makes it okay because cars are so soft and squishy. And what happens with the Joker?
For some reason that reminded me of that scene from Shazam, where the bus is about to fall, and he puts the mattress down.
What do you mean? Well, Rachel and Batman flew out the window, but he's still upstairs with a bunch of people, right? Oh. Right. Did you forget to write an end to that scene? Whoops. Whoopsie. I guess we could just keep moving on with the movie and hope no one notices. Fingers crossed. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Joker's also gonna do a thing where he kidnaps Harvey and Rachel and ties them up to explosives. Okay. And there's a timer, so Batman's gonna have to decide who to try and save. Does he manage to save either of them? Yeah, he manages to save 25% of them. Wait, 25% of 2 people? Well, Rachel's gonna explode and half of Harvey Dent's gonna burn up. Gotcha. And so later, Joker's gonna dress up as a nurse and go visit Harvey in the hospital. How does that go? Well,
Goes about as well as the Joker dressing up as a nurse could.
Somehow Harvey doesn't recognize
that means not well.
Joker till he takes off his little surgical mask. Wow, and he must really be mad at the Joker. Yeah, but Joker's like, hey man, don't be mad at me for killing Rachel, be mad at everyone else for letting me kill Rachel. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, no.
At all. But again, it's the Joker.
Not really, but...
That's the thing with the Joker, a lot of the things don't make sense, of them can just be thrown out as he's the Joker. That's kind of the thing with him.
Somehow that convinces Harvey to become like a wacky villain. Oh really? So what does he do? He goes on a killing spree where he flips a coin to see if people die or not. Maybe a little drastic. Yeah, so anyway, later Batman is gonna foil a plan of the Joker's to blow up a couple of fairies. What do you mean? Well, he pushes Joker off a building, but then he...
As I spoke about in my last video, about how, like, about my top 10 things. I love that scene so fucking much.
Catches him because, you know, Batman doesn't kill people. Right, that's like his one rule. Exactly.
That he broke about 1,000 times in the last film. And just, apparently it just doesn't exist in the fucking, in the 90s films or the DCEU films. Also, this was a perfect place to pause.
Exactly. Super powerful to see him stick to his moral code like that, and then he's gonna push Harvey Dent off a building and kill him. What? Yeah, and Harvey's killed some people.
Also that!
Also, Batman takes the blame for all that. Why would he do that? Because he's the hero that Gotham deserves, but not the one it needs right now. Oh, I don't get that. Yeah, but it sounds cool, right? I guess so. But why wouldn't they just blame it all on the Joker? Because this is...
Okay, you did a bad way of explaining it. The way it was Batman was a vigilante, and they didn't want Gotham looking up to him for hope when they could have had a guy like Harvey Dent to look up for hope. It was like a... I don't really know. I can't really explain it. The film explains it.
It's more heroic, but it's not necessary. It's heroic, though. Well, okay then. So what do you think? Well, it sounds like a pretty great movie. Thank you. Although, to be fair, Batman is so popular these days, it'd be tough to make a movie about him that people don't like. Very true.
They used the same thing 2 things in a row. Come on, be a little more... Come on, you could do better than that, really. Anyway, Dark Knight Rises. This one...
So, you have a Batman sequels.
Sequel. It's called a threequel, my friend. But anyway. Yeah, Dark Knight Rises is the one I actually have controversial opinions of, which means that I like it a lot.
Script for me? Yes, sir, I do. So the bad guy in this one's gonna be Bane. And how does the movie start? Well, the CIA are gonna bring a bunch of hooded men onto their plane without checking their identities. Wouldn't they at the very least lift the hoods to check for explosives or something? No, because the CIA never investigates anything. Oh, they don't? Nope.
You know what? That's partially true is the worst part.
So it's gonna turn out that one of the hooded guys is Bane. Wow. Yeah, and he's planning on crashing the
Who, I'm sorry, but he sounds ridiculous.
plane and staging it like an accident. How does he do that? By, you know, riddling the plane with bullets and ripping the wings off and then dropping the main cabin miles and miles away from the wings. And that's supposed to look like a normal plane crash? Yeah. Well, okay, so tell me more about this Bane guy. Oh, well,
he sounds like shit.
Big muscles and a little mask thing, and he sounds real scary. Oh, what does he sound like?
You're going to take control of your city. No, brother. They will expect one of us on the fight. Like, even in scenes like that, he's overdoing the fucking thing. Like, seriously. Instead of saying, no, brother, they will expect one of us on this fight. It's like, no, brother, they will expect one of us on the fight. It's like, really?
He said scary stuff like, what? Crushing this plane. I can't, you sound like a Muppet that got stuck in a wall. Yeah, super scary stuff. I guess that would be scary. Get out of the wall, Grover. And then we're gonna see Batman.
Oh, God.
Oh, I can't wait for some Batman action. Well, you're gonna have to, because he can barely walk. What? Why? Because he was Batman for like a year, so now he has no more car to...
Well, I think it's implied that there was a little bit of a longer period between whenever he stopped. Like, he didn't stop being Batman right after the Dark Knight, but that stuff's gonna catch up to you no matter how long you do it for.
In his knees, so he can't physically be Batman anymore. Exactly. Also, he doesn't want to, so it's gonna be quite a while before we see him as Batman. Okay, well, I guess watching Bruce
They could have just fucking called it The Dark Knight Returns. Just throw fucking subtlety to the wind.
Wayne limp around for an hour will be somewhat entertaining.
That would have been slightly better. You could have had Superman show up. Then Green Arrow, you could have had a Robin in there that wasn't a cop-out.
Yeah, and I think waiting for him to become Batman again will make it that much more exciting when he finally does. Maybe.
It was. I actually think it was. The scene where he comes back as Batman was really fucking cool.
Anyway, later Bane and his guys are gonna attack the stock exchange. Oh. And at the same time, the bad guys are gonna use Bruce's fingerprints to make a bunch of trades and lose all his money. Well, obviously they were fraudulent trades, right? There's no way people will treat them as real. Oh, they will. So Bruce is poor now, and they shut off all the lights at the manor. They immediately shut his lights off? Yep, right away. He's poor. Well, I should probably point out that that's not how anything works.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd much prefer if you didn't point that out. Oh, okay, never mind. Anyway,
That's how real screamouters think is the worst part.
we're also gonna have this cop Blake figure out that Bruce Wayne is Batman. Wow, that's...
You could have just called him Dick Grayson. Or in the last scene where it says his real name is Robin, you could have just had his real name be Dick Grayson. Or even Tim Drake. Or fuck it, okay, maybe not Tim Drake, but I don't know. Maybe even Jason Todd, you know what I mean? Just someone whose name we'll recognize. Even Damian, okay, no, Damian, maybe not Damian Wayne. Was Damian Wayne even a thing at that point? I don't actually know when Damian Wayne became a thing in the comics. But just to have, and the other thing, instead of like, you should use your real name more, Robin. So you just have her say, you should use your real name more, Dick Grayson. It's so fucking simple, and then like show a Robin suit at the end, or a Nightwing suit, you know what I mean?
That's a tough one to crack. Must have been hard to do. Actually, it was super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, he kind of
there it is.
Just recognized the look in his eyes that angry orphans get. Oh, that was easy. Yep, so later Batman's gonna get fixed with magic braces that give him superhuman kicks we'll never reference again. Wow, so then he becomes Batman again? So then he becomes Batman again. For a couple of minutes. Wait, what? Well, Catwoman is gonna bring him to Bane, and Bane's gonna break his back. Oh my god. Yeah, so he can't...
You know... Like Bane does?
Physically be Batman anymore. His body's broken. Right. Yeah, and I think waiting for him to become Batman again will make it that much more exciting when he finally does. Didn't we...
Yeah, didn't you just fucking... Alright.
Just do this? I feel like we just did this for an hour. We did, and it was so special, I figure, you know, let's do it again. Well, okay then. So Bane is gonna...
Jesus Christ.
Fly with Batman all the way to this crazy prison in India and explain to him how he's gonna torture his soul. Bane's gonna fly with him all the way to India just to tell him that and then get on a plane and go back home.
God damn, of all... I think my biggest problem with Dark Knight Rises is that they tried to fucking do a villain that can't be made very realistic. The Joker has always had potential to be realistic, and Scarecrow as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. Like you could see that happen. Bane was always so ridiculous in the comics that was never gonna work. Like, I'm trying to think of other ones they could have done. Like I don't fucking know. Like, that's genuinely getting to me. Like the Penguin. Could have just done the Penguin. You know. Short, fat dude who's a gangster, you know what I mean? Would have worked, but no, that fucking tried Bane and it just didn't work. Because it's not Bane, it's Bane in name only, alright? He's nothing like Bane. Like, Batman and Robin actually did Bane better. And I hated Bane and Batman and Robin.
Yeah. Why not just tell him before...
Don't get me wrong, the Bane in Dark Knight Rises is a much better villain than the one in Batman and Robin, but he's not... Like, the one in Batman and Robin is a better Bane. Like, if you get what I mean. It's like, it's a better adaptation.
Sending him there? Well, it's more dramatic if he explains it to him there. Right, but that's like 30 hours of air travel. Right, could have recorded a video. Yeah, so back in Gotham, they're gonna be like, you know what, enough is enough. Let's just send all the police officers into the sewers and smoke Bane out once and for all. Did you say all the police officers?
Yeah, that was fucking stupid.
I think that's standard procedure. When the police really want to capture someone, they just send everybody. Oh, I didn't know that. Where'd you learn that? It's just how I assume police things work. Oh, okay, so how many officers are we actually talking here? Well, let's see. New York City has something like 40,000 police officers for a population of 8 million, and we're saying that Gotham has a population of 12 million. Okay. So by that logic, I guess Gotham would have something in the range of 60,000. So they send 60,000 police officers into the sewers. It certainly seems like that's what we're going with. Well,
oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
Well, okay then. So then Bane's gonna blow up
the worst thing is I actually like this film.
Bunch of bombs and trap
a lot. I actually really like The Dark Knight Rises.
Cops in the sewers. Aren't there like thousands and thousands of manholes they could escape through? What the hell is a manhole? You've never heard of manholes? Manholes are tight.
No! We're not doing it!
Realize this is not an adult film, right? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Manholes. Oh, okay. Anyway, Bane is also going to destroy the bridges and reveal that he is an atomic bomb. Uh-oh. Yeah, and if anybody...
Not an adult... I mean, there was implied sex, and I know it doesn't make it an adult film. I'm pretty sure... Fuck me, kids' films even have implied sex nowadays. What the fuck's wrong with the world?
Tries to leave, he's gonna detonate.
Like, there's implied sex in Toy Story. You want to remember that in the first one? When fucking Bo Peep walks up to him and says, maybe I should get someone else to watch the sheep with, like, the fucking bedroom eyes. And then the Lion King as well, there's implied sex. The fuck's wrong with the world?
And also, it's just gonna detonate itself in like 5 to 6 months. So their plan is to blow up Gotham whenever, but also just let it blow up in 5 to 6 months? Something like that. So if it's gonna blow up either way, why not just blow it up immediately? Because Batman needs time to fix his broken back. Oh, okay, gotcha. So yeah, then Batman has to get out of this prison. Oh man, it's gonna be hard to do that with a broken back. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Yeah, this whole thing in the film was fucking bullshit.
Oh, really? Yeah, because Bane hooked him up with a doctor who fixes his back with some rope and a solid punch to the spine. Wow. And then the prison has absolutely
that would do more
no
harm
guards,
than good.
plus you can just climb out of it if you're agile enough. That is a very convenient prison. Yeah, so then back in Gotham, Commissioner Gordon's being forced to walk on thin ice and he's about to fall through and die. Uh-oh. But that's when Batman shows...
Oh, did they let him keep the fucking leg brace? You could have said something about that.
Shows up just in time. How does Batman showing up make the ice any less dangerous? Unclear, but Batman is back, baby. Everything's okay. How did Batman get back from India with no money or resources into a city that's under lockdown? Unclear, but he's back with just 12 hours before the bomb goes off. Wow, so what does he do? Well, he spends the first 4 hours or so on a little art project. Oh, he does? Yeah, he paints a big old bat symbol. Doesn't seem like the most pressing issue. Art therapy is very effective. It's a great way to prepare for a fight. Okay, good to know. So then Catwoman...
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't put that past Batman as the worst part.
Blows up one of the sewer exits and all the cops run out clean-shaven and ready to fight. Clean-shaven? Well, yeah, because as you know, the sewers are filled with enough shaving equipment for 60,000 men to groom themselves for 6 months. Oh, I actually didn't know that. Well, now you do. So then all the cops charge at Bane's men like it's medieval times or something. Don't the henchmen have machine guns? Well, what good are machine guns against batons?
Also, there's, like, some of them should have been dead down there. Like, I don't care what circumstances. No matter, like, some of them would have been dead by the end of that.
And a couple of pistols. They'd be very good, I imagine. Well, anyway, it's gonna end up being a fist fight, so whatever. Well, whatever then. And then Batman and Bane are gonna fight, but now Batman's really good because he did some push-ups in prison. Wow. But then this lady Miranda, the Batman hooked up with, is gonna stab him.
So, you've come to die with your sister?
No, I came to stop you.
Worst line in any film ever. It's so simple. Just have him say,
No, I came to save it.
it is so, it's right there. The fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, she's gonna reveal that she's actually Talia, the daughter of Ra's al Ghul from the first movie. Oh, pretty crazy twist, right? I guess.
Yeah, nobody saw that coming. I said that, but I didn't see that coming. That's because I didn't know who the fuck Ra's al Ghul was at the time. When I watched the Dark Knight films, I actually didn't know much about Batman. I want to point that out.
Yes. And then Batman is
They were like my proper introduction into Batman.
gonna chase her because she takes off in a truck with the bomb in it. Very exciting. Yeah, and Gordon's bouncing around in back trying to turn the bomb off or something. Oh boy. And then the truck is gonna flip and Talia's gonna die. Oh, she is. Yeah, and I'd love it if the actress could play it as if she forgot she was supposed to die in the scene and then suddenly remembered. We can arrange that. And what about Gordon? How does his death play out? Oh, he's totally fine. Really? Wasn't he in the truck too? Yeah, he was just in the back bouncing around with a 2-ton bomb and he was just out of the hospital, but he's fine. Well, great. So then Batman's gonna
Sounds like she has more fucking... Sounds like she's more likely to survive that than he is.
fly the bomb out of the
What if the bomb exploded?
city just in time and it's gonna explode with a 6-mile blast radius. Wow, so Batman is gonna die? That's insane. Nope, he's gonna be fine too. But how? Autopilot, so he jumps out just before it explodes. But a 6-mile radius? Yeah, well, he's a fast swimmer, I guess. Get off my back, please, and thank you. Well, okay then. Also, that
Maybe he had an Iron Man thing in his boots. I don't fucking know. How did they do that? They should have explained that. That didn't make any fucking sense.
Hey guy's Robin. Sure, why not? So what do you
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? That came out of nowhere.
think? That sounds great. Fantastic. Yep, I think we'll have made a trilogy that everybody involved will be proud of.
Christian Bale disappointed in his take on the Dark Knight trilogy. Oh, okay. And his take on Batman. Alright. Anyway, so yeah, as I said, I actually do like The Dark Knight Rises. It's definitely not as good as Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, but it's still, I still think it's a pretty solid film. Obviously, you have all this shit that doesn't make sense. Then again, when did that ever bother me? I'm the guy who liked Wonder Woman 84, for fuck's sake. And I even, like to be fair, I feel like comic book fans just need to, like, get over the fact that some things don't make sense. Like, people who like comic book films always praise the first Superman. Half the shit in that film makes no sense. None of that film makes sense. Like, the whole flying around the Earth, that makes no sense. But people still praise the shit out of that film. So I try to look past it, and to be fair, this and Wonder Woman 84 have a lot more of that. But this film, I feel like, actually made up with it with some decently compelling moments. And, like, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I don't know what to say about it. But anyway, If you guys enjoyed this video, surely leave a like. Leave a comment in the comment section below telling me your opinion on all of the Dark Knight films. I'm really interested to hear that. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you all next time. Peace.